Jamie Dimon, the CEO of JP Morgan Chase Bank, came out and gave a dire warning about the American economy because he thinks that our economy could be falling off of a cliff. What's up, everybody? I am Jaspreet Singh from theMinorityMindset.com and welcome to The Minority Mindset. Jamie Dimon is arguably the most influential banker in the world right now because he is the CEO of JP Morgan Chase Bank, which is one of the largest banks in the world. And he said in his latest earnings call that this 2020 recession is not a normal recession. You can see why they made him the CEO. He followed up by saying that we're not going to feel the recessionary part of this recession until later down the road, which means he thinks that we're going to feel the pain of this recession in the future. The strange thing about the economy that we're in right now is that we are in a recession. And typically, when you're in a recession, people have less jobs, so businesses make less money and the economy slows down. But Chase Bank actually saw record revenues in April, May, and June of 2020, even though tens of millions of Americans were out of a job. But even though Chase Bank is making a killing, Jamie Dimon, their CEO, says something's not right here. He thinks the pain is yet to come for one reason, because the government has been giving out free money like Halloween candy. Ooh, I'm the pandemic ghost. What do we have here? Ooh, you lost your job? Here's some money for you. And here's $600 for you. And ooh, nice beard. Here's $1,200 for you. But I'll get to this free money concern in just a minute, so hold your thoughts on this. According to Jamie Dimon, there are 5 potential scenarios as to how our economy and this recession can play out. We have a very optimistic scenario, an optimistic scenario, a base case scenario, a bad case scenario, and a very bad case scenario. You can see that $30 million salary is paying off. Jamie Dimon says that the base case, which is the most probable scenario according to him, is that we will see unemployment in the United States at 11% by the end of 2020. To put it in perspective, according to the United States Bureau of Labor Statistics, in February 2020, before this whole pandemic started, the United States had an unemployment rate of 3.5%. Back in 2016, when Donald Trump was elected president, the United States had an unemployment rate of 4.7%. Then going back in time to the Great Recession of the 2008 crash, in 2007, when the whole crash was really starting, the United States saw an unemployment rate of 9.5%. And then in 2008, the United States saw an unemployment rate of 13.2%. So if Jamie Dimon is right and we see an 11% unemployment rate at the end of 2020, that would be worse than what we saw in 2007, but not as bad as what we saw in 2008. But we're not done, because the worst case scenario, according to Jamie Dimon, is we see an unemployment rate of 23% in America. That means that 1 out of 4 Americans would not be able to find a job. This would be absolutely devastating for our economy. Obviously, nobody has a magic crystal ball that they can just look in and see what's going to happen in the future. So what you want to do is look at the trend that our economy is taking. And since you're watching the Minority Mindset YouTube channel, and hopefully hit that thumbs up button below, I'll show you what I mean by watching the trend. And if you haven't hit that thumbs up button below yet, this is a good time to do that. In July of 2020, Jamie Dimon gave his outlook on the economy, and he said that the worst case scenario for the United States economy is 23% unemployment, and the base case, what is most probable according to him, is 11% unemployment. Well, in April 2020, just a few months before July, he gave his initial outlook on the economy, and in April, he said that the worst case scenario for the United States economy was 14% unemployment, and the base case, what he thought was most probable then, was just under 7% unemployment. The fact that our base case in July is almost the worst case in April is not good news, because it shows that the economy is trending downwards. At this point, you might be thinking something like, what does Jamie Dimon know? Well, he's not the only one thinking that something's up. The 6 biggest banks in the United States, so JP Morgan Chase Bank, Goldman Sachs, Citigroup, Morgan Stanley, US Bancorp, and Wells Fargo, all think that something's up, and they all think that the economy is going to get worse, and they are all putting their money where their mouth is. These 6 banks have collectively put aside $36 billion to protect them against future loan losses. That means you have the biggest banks in the world worried about the economy failing and people losing their jobs and people not having the money to pay their bills. And so now they are taking their money and investing it not in growing their company, but in building this savings cushion to protect them against a potential wave of defaults. And this brings me to the next natural question. We are already in a recession, yet people are spending more money than ever. Why doesn't it feel like we're in a recession? Simple. The answer? Free money. If you lost your job in March or April or May or June or even July, then you could apply for unemployment and your state would send you an unemployment check. And in addition to that, the federal government would also send you another $600 a week to make sure you and the economy keep moving. So if you were making $100,000 a year and then you lost your job, yeah, this unemployment program is a pay cut, but you're still getting paid. But if you are one of the millions and millions of people who lost their job and are making more money in unemployment, then this unemployment program is a raise. Yo, Bunty, you get your unemployment bonus yet? You got it? Alright, meet me at the spot. This unemployment program created a very weird economy where we're in a recession, but more people are richer than ever. So people have the money to spend, more people are saving, more people are paying down debt, and some industries are seeing record revenues. But this does have a cost on the value of our dollar, but I'll save that for a later video. So if you haven't subscribed to the Minority Mindset YouTube channel yet, make sure you do that. Well, like I've been saying for months now, the real test of the economy is going to be what will happen when this free money goes away and the economy is taken off of life support and it has to start pumping and breathing for itself. Jamie Dimon says that the word unprecedented is almost never used the right way. But according to him, when we're talking about the economy in 2020, it is unprecedented what's happening around the world. Even Jamie Dimon says that all of his predictions are just guesses. So those 5 scenarios that we talked about, he says all of them are possible, but at the end of the day, they're just guesses. What we do know for sure is that if this pandemic keeps growing and it becomes a bigger problem and we see more lockdowns, the economy is going to be hurt more and we're going to see more bankruptcies, we're going to see more job losses, and we're going to see more economic pain. The best thing that you can do is arm yourself with the right financial education. That way you can protect yourself and take care of your money right now. That way you're prepared for whatever's coming in the future. If the worst case scenario happens and you do this, then you're protected and you have cash to take advantage of investment opportunities. And if the best case scenario happens, then you got some extra cash in your bank account and you are protected financially from anything else in the future. And if you're looking for an easy way to up your financial education, well, that's why we wrote a free ebook on money management and investing that you can read for free when you sign up for our financial education emails, which are also free. You can get our free ebook and start reading our financial education emails by clicking the link up here or by clicking the link in the description below. By the way, our financial education emails are separate from our financial news emails. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, share it with one friend. That way we can help spread the word. If you want to learn more about what you should be buying during this 2020 economic crisis to build wealth, I already made a video on it, and you can watch this video on YouTube by clicking this button right over here. Thank you for watching, and as always, keep hustling.